13 of the 16 people arrested during a pro-Palestinian protest at the University of North Florida had their day in court. You're looking at video of the day they were arrested. They were arraigned on trespassing charges after refusing to leave campus when given a curfew by administrators. Our Riley Phillips is joining us live now from the courthouse downtown. And Riley, the group spoke to reporters today before their hearing.
Yes, the group, who call themselves the Jacksonville 16, want their charges to be dropped. They gathered here outside the courthouse this afternoon saying they will not stop fighting to get these charges dropped, and they're going to keep calling on UNF to defend Palestine.
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
This group of protesters continuing to push for change despite their looming court case.
If anything, it shows our resolve. Even after being arrested, that we are still here, we're still standing up and fighting back, even after being arrested.
Marlo Crosby, the vice president of the Jacksonville Students for a Democratic Society, was one of these 16 arrested on May 2nd.
I would never advocate for anyone to go to jail. It is a horrible experience to be inside. And even though we were only detained for about 20 hours in total, it was a truly harrowing experience.
He says the group stands by their decision to stay on campus that night. 13 of the protesters were arraigned Monday. They're facing a trespassing charge, which is a misdemeanor and could land them up to a year in jail. All defendants entered a not guilty plea. Their attorney, Marcus Barnett, argued there are serious defects in the charging document.
Students were removed, ordered to leave because of a so-called curfew that we can't find any evidence of whatsoever.
He says he plans to meet with the state attorney's office to discuss dropping the charges and resolving the case.
These students, these young people, should not have criminal records coming out of this.
And I reached out to the state attorney's office to ask about these charges. A spokesperson told me they do not plan on dropping the charges. I also reached out to the University of North Florida to see whether the school would consider asking for lower penalties for these students. A spokesperson told me they will not be commenting on this since this is an open and ongoing investigation. The protesters' next court date is June 17th. Live in Jacksonville, Riley Phillips, First Coast News, on your side.